Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. This is very important. So I do appreciate you taking time out of your day. We are going to be speaking on an incident that happened not too long ago. It was the wedding of Jane and John Smith. Now, for anyone who's in this room knows that weddings are not foreign to us. They are pretty much our bread and butter. It is important that we get in front of this. We are referring to an incident that happened not too long ago where a elderly woman who was severely visually impaired tripped over and was injured due to a unprotected hay bale. Um, the people involved were Bruce Wayne. He is a contractor and photographer. He is also the son of Thomas Wayne, our CEO, as well as Selena Kyle. She is the wedding venue manager as well as coordinator who has been with us for a number of years. We're additionally going to cover professional recommendations. So we're jumping right into this. The incident that happened during the wedding of Jane and John Smith, the groom's mother, Dolores Smith, accidentally tripped over an exposed hay bale. The guest was injured and rushed to the hospital, but received only minor injuries. This did ruin the wedding and the experience. The story was additionally picked up by the local news, so it is very big. Now, why this is so important. It's not just important because a guest was hurt, it's also important because, according to law, we are required to protect those people. The Americans with Disability Act, Title III, does include people with disabilities. It isn't just for employment, it also covered state, local government services, as well as places of accommodation, travel, and other important areas. Because we are a business that is open to the public, this does include our organization. Because the bales were in an unsecured area, it provided a tripping hazard to all involved, especially Miss Smith. According to this law, we are required to provide safe accommodations for all, and obviously, unfortunately, we failed to do that. There were three main people involved in this situation. The first is, of course, Miss Selena Kyle. Selena is a hard-working, long-standing employee. She is also a respected member of the community with deep ties that could be used to our advantage. While Selena is responsible for deciding to add the hay bales in the first place, she did not want them within the perimeter of the outdoor event. She was heard on numerous occasions requesting to have the bales removed. As the coordinator and manager, it is Ms. Kyle's responsibility to reduce workplace injuries, which includes research safety vulnerabilities. However, it is believed that this was done and the corrections were not made. The second person involved was Bruce Wayne. He is the son, again, of Thomas Wayne, our CEO, and a photographer that we have used on numerous occasions, yielding very positive results. It was Bruce who requested to have the bales within the perimeter as he felt it added to the environment. Additionally, many have come up and expressed their concern, stating that they believe Bruce overstepped numerous times, not just with the hay bales. Thomas Wayne decided to become involved as well. Thomas was not at the event, nor played any part at the event or the corresponding incident. Thomas is, of course, the father of Bruce, and has personally recommended him as a reliable source. Thomas additionally already put the responsibility of the event onto Ms. Kyle's shoulders while giving none to his son, holding her personally responsible for everything that took place. Within the next few weeks, we either bounce back or we collapse. For professional recommendation, the first thing that needs to be done is Thomas Wayne needs to step down as CEO of Thunder Farms and Brewery. When it comes to building an organization, the right leader should focus on expanding resources, increasing revenue, and focusing company culture, as well as bringing in the right talent. In this situation, Thomas proved that he put his personal feelings and his son's before the company. Our CEO must put the needs of the organization as well as our patrons before their own feelings. When appointing a new CEO, there are three variables that must be considered, and that is the effect, the structure, and the timing. Should this come from within or outside, that has obviously not been made relevant yet. Will they take on responsibilities immediately or work in a lower role until they are ready to take the reins? Will the transfer of power be immediate? While Ms. Kyle was indeed responsible for the event in question, she and other leaders within the organization felt overruled due to Bruce's level of influence. Ms. Kyle has proven to be a trusted asset who never let her personal feelings or dealings affect her responsibilities. If the venue had been done the way she requested, the org wouldn't be where we are today in this situation. While this should go without saying, we should end all contractual agreements with Mr. Bruce Wayne. He made calls well above his responsibility in his position. Ending our relationship will ensure a clear message is sent not just to potential customers, but also to internal leaders and employees. We are where we are because of our community and our excellent staff. Finally, we really need to get ahead of this. A press conference should be called. We will not take responsibility for what happened. This will be explained as a contractor took matters into their own hand due to a perceived relationship with the CEO. He was able to make decisions that were not approved and, of course, were discouraged. Because of this, he will no longer be asked to work with Thunder Farms and Brewery now or in the future, and our CEO will be stepping down or has stepped down as the safety of our patrons and employees is always our number one concern. A trusted official will step into the role of CEO while another candidate is sought or selected. We will be bringing a suit against Mr. Bruce Wayne, and we encourage the family to follow in our steps. Here are some references for the information we went over. As far as the personal behavior of the mediator, I feel is highly important to this. They have to possess the sole responsibility to ensure the facts are made clear and the emotions are removed from the equation. In this case, the mediator took an extremely high look at the situation and called out facts, removing everything else. While there will be some pushback from certain leaders, employees and the public need to know that this is an organization that can be trusted. Leaders needed to be heard, then they weren't. Otherwise, the organization will never be able to obtain or retain the top talent that almost certainly ensures success. The recommended steps are extremely clear, broken down, and easy to understand. Following numbers 1 through 5 will help ensure we retain top talent. And while not taking direct responsibility, we provide good faith by ensuring this will never happen again. Thank you so much. Any questions, please feel free to make them apparent. I am here to answer.